Number 24 St. John's women's basketball lost to Seton Hall, and it wasn't even close. And the game was on the road, granted, but the final score was 72-51. Seton Hall had a 17-11 lead at the end of the first quarter. Seton Hall scored 17 points while St. John's scored 14. But the third quarter, 25 points for Seton Hall, 12 for St. John's. But St. John's won the fourth quarter though, 14 points to 13, but still not enough to come back. Not enough to come back when they're down like that. You know what's crazy is Seton Hall shot the ball better than St. John's in this game. And that's the first loss overall for St. John's, which they're going to have to be out of top 25. St. John's shot the ball 34.5%, 24-58 overall, 5 for 17 on threes, which is 29.4%, 6 for 8 on free throws, 37 rebounds, 15 of those offensive, 10 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 21 turnovers. You're not going to win with that. Only committed 6 fouls, though. That's one thing they're doing right, for sure, besides the free throws. And they did have, that's 5, 9, 11, 14 points off the bench. But St. John's had 19 points off the bench. 19. Seton Hall shot 52.5% from the field, 31 for 59 overall, 5 for 11 on threes, 5 for 7 on free throws, which is 71.4%. But that's just a nitpicky thing, advantage for St. John's there. 32 rebounds. They got rebounded, though. 7 of those offensive. But they had 20 assists in the game, 15 steals. You're going to win with that all day long. 5 blocks, 10 turnovers. You're going to win with that, and only 9 fouls. Yes, they lost the foul category, but in other categories they won. Most of the other categories they won. So, what do they have going for both teams here? St. John's has 7-7 Xavier. They should win that game in theory at home. Then they host number 5 UConn, which I know UConn was doing. They have down to 8 8 players now healthy, but they could have more back by then. I don't know, like 9 or 10. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But that's not going to be a gimme game for UConn necessarily. Then they have to go on the road to Villanova, which we know Villanova used to be a ranked team. I mean, they're really good. Okay, I just lost that. Then they host Marquette, that used to be ranked. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then they have 10-6 DePaul, so on the road. So just really one gimme game, and after that, I wouldn't consider any of those gimmies. Now, for Seton Hall side of things. Obviously, they got Providence, which they knocked off. A top 25 team in Creighton recently. Like last night, the same night. Yeah. And speaking of which, they had to play Creighton on the road. That used to be in the top 25. They'll probably be out of top 25 easily now. Then they host number 5 UConn. That's not going to be a gimme game for UConn necessarily, but we have to wait and see. They have Marquette at Marquette, which we know Marquette used to be in the top 25, so it's not necessarily a gimme game. On the road to Georgetown. So they should really win against Georgetown. After that, I wouldn't consider any of those games gimmies. So anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. It's going to 500 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.